South Africa is a country located at the southern tip of Africa. It is a land of contrasts where natural beauty and historical struggles coexist. From the vast savannas teeming with wildlife to the bustling urban centres, South Africa offers a unique blend of the old and the new. The country's diverse landscapes are a testament to its rich natural heritage, with each region offering something distinct and breathtaking. It is known for its diverse landscapes, from mountains to coastlines. The Drakensberg Mountains, with their rugged peaks and lush valleys, are a hiker's paradise, while the Western Cape's coastline is famous for its stunning beaches and dramatic cliffs. The country's natural beauty is not just limited to its landscapes. Its flora and fauna are equally diverse and captivating. South Africa is home to some of the world's most iconic wildlife, including the Big Five: lions, elephants, leopards, rhinos and buffaloes. The country has a rich history dating back thousands of years. Archaeological sites scattered across the land reveal the presence of ancient civilizations, with rock art and artifacts that tell the stories of the people who once lived here. These historical treasures provide a glimpse into the lives of South Africa's earliest inhabitants and their connection to the land. Indigenous groups like the San and Khoi were the first inhabitants. These groups have a deep-rooted history and culture that have been passed down through generations. The San, known for their hunter-gatherer lifestyle, and the Khoi, who were pastoralists, have left an indelible mark on South Africa's cultural landscape. Their traditions, languages and way of life continue to influence the country's identity. European colonization began in the 17th century. The arrival of European settlers marked a significant turning point in South Africa's history. The Dutch East India Company established a supply station at the Cape of Good Hope in 1652, which later grew into the Cape Colony. This period saw the beginning of a complex and often tumultuous relationship between the indigenous populations and the European settlers. The Dutch arrived first, followed by the British. The British took control of the Cape Colony in the early 19th century, leading to further expansion and colonization. The influx of European settlers brought about significant changes in the social, economic and political landscape of South Africa. The competition for land and resources often led to conflicts and tensions between the settlers and the indigenous people. The arrival of Europeans led to conflict with the indigenous population. These conflicts were often violent and resulted in the displacement and marginalization of many indigenous communities. The struggle for control over land and resources was a constant source of tension and strife, shaping the course of South Africa's history. It also brought about slavery and colonialism. The establishment of European colonies in South Africa led to the exploitation of both the land and its people. Slavery became a grim reality for many, with thousands of Africans being forcibly brought to the Cape Colony to work on farms and in households. The legacy of slavery and colonialism has left deep scars on South African society, influencing its social and economic structures to this day. These factors shaped South Africa's social fabric. The interactions between different cultural groups, both indigenous and settler, created a complex and multifaceted society. Despite the challenges and conflicts, South Africa's diverse population has contributed to a rich cultural tapestry that is evident in its music, art, cuisine and traditions. They also laid the groundwork for future conflicts. The legacy of colonization and the policies of segregation and discrimination that followed culminated in the System of Apartheid, which institutionalized racial inequality and oppression. The struggle against apartheid became a defining chapter in South Africa's history, with countless individuals and movements fighting for justice and equality. The country's journey towards democracy and reconciliation is a testament to the resilience and determination of its people. Apartheid was a system of racial segregation. It was implemented in South Africa in 1948. This system was based on the belief that the white minority was superior. It aimed to maintain control over the black African majority. Apartheid laws classified people into racial categories. These categories determined where people could live, work, and go to school. Black Africans were denied basic human rights. They were treated as second-class citizens in their own land. The implementation of apartheid sparked resistance. Black South Africans refused to accept this injustice. They rose up to fight for their rights. This marked the beginning of the Anti-Apartheid Movement. The African National Congress, or ANC, played a pivotal role. It challenged apartheid through protests, strikes, and civil disobedience. Many other organizations joined the struggle. International pressure against apartheid also grew. Nelson Mandela became a key figure in the anti-apartheid movement. He was a lawyer and activist. He joined the ANC in his youth. Mandela advocated for armed resistance against apartheid. Mandela's activism led to his arrest in 1962. He was sentenced to life imprisonment. Despite his imprisonment, he remained a symbol of hope. He became an international icon of the struggle for equality. Section 5, Freedom's Dawn, the End of Apartheid. The anti-apartheid movement gained momentum in the 1980s. International sanctions against South Africa increased. Internal pressure also mounted. The government was forced to negotiate with the ANC. In 1990, Nelson Mandela was released from prison after 27 years. Apartheid laws were repealed. This paved the way for South Africa's first multiracial democratic elections in 1994. Section 6. A Rainbow Nation in the Making. The 1994 elections were a historic moment. For the first time, all South Africans, regardless of race, had the right to vote. This monumental event marked the end of decades of institutionalized racial discrimination and the beginning of a new chapter in the nation's history. The atmosphere was electric, filled with hope and anticipation as millions of people lined up at polling stations across the country. It was a day that symbolized freedom and the power of democracy. Nelson Mandela became South Africa's first black president. His inauguration was a momentous occasion, attended by dignitaries from around the world. Mandela's journey from political prisoner to president was nothing short of extraordinary. In his first speech as president, he spoke of unity, peace, and the need to build a nation that belonged to all its people. His words resonated deeply with a population eager for change and reconciliation. His election marked the end of centuries of racial segregation. Apartheid, the system of institutionalized racial segregation and discrimination, had left deep scars on the nation. Mandela's victory was not just a political triumph, it was a powerful symbol of the triumph of the human spirit over oppression. It signaled the dawn of a new era where equality and justice would be the cornerstones of the new South Africa. It ushered in a new era of hope and reconciliation. The streets were filled with jubilant celebrations as people from all walks of life came together to celebrate this historic victory. The sense of unity and collective joy was palpable. It was a time of great optimism as the nation looked forward to building a future based on mutual respect and understanding. The transition to democracy was not without its challenges. The legacy of apartheid had left the country deeply divided, with significant economic and social disparities. Rebuilding the nation required addressing these inequalities and fostering a sense of national unity. Communities had to come together to heal the wounds of the past and work towards a common future. It was a daunting task, but the spirit of resilience and determination was strong. The Truth and Reconciliation Commission, or TRC, was established. Its purpose was to help the nation come to terms with its past by uncovering the truth about the atrocities committed during the apartheid era. The TRC was a crucial step in the healing process, providing a platform for victims and perpetrators to share their stories and seek justice. It aimed to address the atrocities committed under apartheid. The commission held hearings across the country where victims recounted their experiences of suffering and loss. These testimonies were often harrowing, revealing the brutal realities of life under apartheid. The TRC also documented these stories, ensuring that the history of this dark period would not be forgotten. The TRC provided a platform for victims and perpetrators to share their stories. This process was essential for the nation's healing, as it allowed for a collective acknowledgement of the pain and suffering endured by so many. It also provided an opportunity for perpetrators to confess their crimes and seek forgiveness, fostering a sense of accountability and reconciliation. It promoted forgiveness and reconciliation. The work of the TRC was instrumental in helping South Africa move forward. By promoting a culture of forgiveness and understanding, the Commission helped to lay the foundation for a more inclusive and united nation. The journey towards reconciliation was long and challenging, but the spirit of hope and resilience that characterized the early days of the new South Africa continued to inspire the nation. Section 7. Challenges on the road to equality. Despite the end of apartheid, South Africa still faces challenges. The legacy of apartheid continues to affect the country. Socio-economic disparities persist along racial lines. Poverty, inequality, and unemployment remain major issues. The government has implemented various programs. These programs aim to address these challenges. However, progress has been slow. The gap between rich and poor remains wide. Section 8. Triumphs and progress. South Africa's achievements. Despite the challenges, South Africa has made significant progress. The country has a thriving democracy, it has a growing economy, it has made strides in providing access to education and healthcare. South Africa has also played an important role in international affairs. It has been a strong advocate for peace and human rights. The country has hosted major sporting events. These events have showcased South Africa's transformation to the world. Section 9. South Africa today, a nation still transforming. South Africa today is a country in transition. It is a vibrant democracy with a complex history. It is a nation grappling with its past while striving for a better future. The country faces challenges such as corruption, crime, and social unrest. However, it remains a beacon of hope for democracy and equality. Section 10. Looking ahead, hope and uncertainty. South Africa's future is filled with both hope and uncertainty. The nation stands at a crossroads where the decisions made today will echo through the generations to come. The beauty of the South African landscape is a testament to the resilience and spirit of its people. From the bustling city skylines to the serene rural areas, every corner of this country tells a story of struggle, triumph, and the enduring quest for a better tomorrow. The country has the potential to become a model for the rest of Africa. With its rich cultural heritage and diverse population, South Africa embodies the spirit of unity in diversity. The modern infrastructure and the collaborative efforts of its people are paving the way for a brighter future. The advancements in technology and education are creating new opportunities, fostering innovation and driving economic growth. However, it needs to overcome its challenges. The shadows of the past still linger, and the scars of apartheid are yet to heal completely. Poverty, inequality, and social unrest are significant hurdles that need to be addressed. The voices of protesters echo the cries for justice and equality, reminding us that the journey towards true freedom and prosperity is far from over. The younger generation will play a crucial role in shaping South Africa's destiny. They are the torchbearers of change, equipped with knowledge, passion, and a vision for a better future. In classrooms and community projects, young South Africans are learning the values of leadership, empathy, and resilience. They are the ones who will drive the nation forward, breaking the chains of the past and forging a new path. They are the inheritors of the legacy of apartheid. The history of apartheid is a stark reminder of the injustices that once plagued this nation. The museums and historical photos serve as a testament to the struggles endured and the victories won. It is a legacy that carries both pain and pride, a reminder of how far the nation has come and how much further it needs to go. They are also the generation that will determine the country's future. Through their votes and voices, they will shape the policies and direction of the nation. The discussions and debates among the youth are a sign of a vibrant democracy where every opinion matters and every voice counts. They are the architects of a new South Africa, one that aspires to be just, equitable, and prosperous. Only time will tell what the future holds for South Africa. As the sun sets over the horizon, it symbolizes the end of one chapter and the beginning of another. The journey ahead is filled with both challenges and opportunities. With hope in their hearts and determination in their actions, the people of South Africa will continue to strive for a future that honors their past and embraces the promise of tomorrow.